I would argue anyone listening to this podcast gets in go mode. We're talking about something that can give you massive clarity on driving your business forward. It is, like you said, it's your strategy day, CEO day.
Ask better questions, you get better results. Welcome to Built4Profit Podcast, where entrepreneurs share real stories and strategies that actually work.
We're here to inspire, challenge, and give you the playbook to profit with purpose. Let's get into it.
Let's do it. Welcome back to another episode of Built4Profit Podcast.
Like, subscribe. Now we are on Apple. We are on Spotify. So you can listen if you're driving. It's not safe to watch us and see our beautiful faces. Feel free to check out Apple and Spotify. Subscribe on YouTube so you don't miss an episode.
Modestly put.
We make a lot of jokes that are easier to land if you're seeing us.
I think I'm funny on all platforms. Thank you very much. Speak for yourself, Elizabeth.
I need a video. I need a video lots of times for this to land. So we're coming today, one of, I think, the funniest things that we have talked about, because you asked me if I did it and I said, no, I've never heard of that. We're talking about something that can give you massive clarity on driving your business forward. It's one of, I would argue, the most forward-thinking activities that a business owner can do. Would you agree? I mean,
Absolutely.
A lot of things are operational. This is not. This is forward-thinking. And so what are we talking about?
One of my favorite things, a CEO day.
CEO day. I thought that meant like we're going to the beach for the day. Shay was like, do you do this? And I was like, go golfing or go to the beach or go shopping? I mean, that's what I thought of for a CEO day. And apparently that is not what it is.
Yeah, you plan for those beach days in the CEO day. Overly simplified, it is the stop moment that you're not reactionary, you're not thinking about things, you're not in this, you pull your head up and you go, where are we? Are we on track, off track? What are those strategies? What do I want to implement, basically, on the high level? That's why it's CEO. Because when you ask questions, your mind goes right to it. But the CEO day is really that.
And a few things it's not, because this is where a lot of people go. It is not catch up on your email day. It is not sit down and get all those projects done, like just that whole list of things that you'd kind of been shoving off. It's not pull out this binder and take action on all of it. It is, like you said, it's your strategy day. And that's the difference between operator day or strategy day, CEO day, is that you're in the driver's seat if you're CEO day. So why do people not do it?
Oh, geez, because I have so many more important things to do. I need to work on revenue. I need to work on my business. I need to get more clients. Or guilt of not doing those things, or spending time with your family. If I'm going to take a half day or a day, I'm going to go do something else that I perceive as being more pressing or important. And I just feel selfish taking that.
Yeah, totally agree with that. And I think the other half is that if it means opening this up and looking at some numbers that I don't want to look at, or having to make decisions on things that I simply don't have time to review, I know I need to do it, I don't have time right now. It's like that list of decisions and numbers and progress is in front of your face, and it is your day to execute on them or just make some decisions either way. So we're really promoting this.
It's very much about getting information and how you move things forward. So very tactical strategy and future thinking, and even somewhat goal setting and seeing where you are with things. I like those kind of things because everyone gets caught up in just what is in front of me that I need to address, or what is the next thing. And sometimes that's not always the most important thing. And people download in different ways, but it really is important just to pause and start off with a half day or 2 hours. And then you have a great agenda for that. Just a jumping off place. These are the things I need to look at. And it's things we all hear about, what's really working for me right now? What's not? Just asking the questions to review where you are. And sometimes maybe it's just like, celebration. Doing good. I can do more of this. I need to take that away. Projections of next quarter. I thought I was going to hire someone. I can hire them now. But it's just stopping and looking at that stuff and making the next strategic implementation, or what that is, because we just get in go mode.
Yes. I would argue anyone listening to this podcast gets in go mode. That's likely why you're in the seat that you're in as a business owner. Mm-hmm. You are a doer. You are a go-getter.
And you're busy making it happen.
Yeah.
So you're going, wow, even if you're doing well, because a lot of times people go, oh, I need those CEO days when things aren't going well. Not necessarily the case. Things are going well. Don't you want to take a moment and go, whoa, what's making it go?
Yeah.
And then do more of that. Or how do I scale it? Or it's just a check-in point. And I encourage monthly, because that does correlate with when you should be at least at a minimal reviewing your numbers. But even like summits, we talked about this. My husband and I, we do 2 summits a year. We have several different companies, married to a serial entrepreneur. So we do check-ins twice a year. even though we do the check-ins on a regular basis as the businesses, it's the big picture, right? All the companies are going well. Do we need to reallocate time for this one? Does this one need more attention? And so you have to sometimes just stop, make sure you're doing the right things and kind of assessing it.
Yep. I was going to say a cue for how you know that you need a CEO day, because first off, if you haven't ever done one, it's a big ask to say, take a day. I'm the first person to raise my hand and say, ooh, that's a big jump. 8 hours. Give me 8 hours. I can do a lot. And you hear me with the do already. So if you truly have not done one, start with half a day. It's kind of like you don't go run a marathon. You run 1 mile first. So start with an hour or start with 2. And then the next month, build it up. So that's an implementation. You know you need a CEO day if you think that your most profound thoughts and ideas come to you when you're driving or when you're in the shower. It's the time when your brain, it just has a minute to not be dinging with a Zoom notification or a Slack or a WhatsApp and your phone is going off and you're not being interrupted. Your brain can actually think, and that's a signal. So if you're like, no, I think I'm fine. If you find that that's when your most profound thoughts come, or an idea, or you're like, oh, we should do this in the business. Oh, because you think about it nonstop. If you have a business, you think about it pretty much all the time. That is your cue that your brain needs to be able to sit down.
And that just resonated with a whole bunch of people. Absolutely.
You know it resonated with me when I had the thought while I was driving.
Because you think about it, your best ideas come when like you said, you're relaxed, you're free. When you're right in it, it's a struggle to come up with the solutions or the things, or better yet, in the middle of the night, when you wake up like at 3 or 4 in the morning, and you're like, oh, these are great ideas. And then when you're in those CEO days, through the month, you can have a piece of paper. You just write down random thoughts or ideas or questions, or ask better questions, you get better results. I need to figure this out. What is it? What's the question? I need to figure out how to scale. I need to figure out how to carve off 20 minutes off my delivery time, whatever that might be. And then that way when you're calm and you can whiteboard or whatever the process you have, you can ask those questions and you have time to think through them. I used to joke and say, if I can finish a 30-second thought, I'm on a roll. I mean, I am whipping out some ideas here because it's just, there's so much stimulation for us now. And to shut that off, and you know how best for you to show up. Is that CEO day, as you said? Is it at a coffee shop by yourself? No one can interrupt you? Is it staying home in your living room? I don't know, but it needs to be somewhere where you can relax and be vulnerable with yourself and really have those questions that sometimes are uncomfortable to even ask yourself.
Yep. And which I think is why a lot of people avoid the CEO days. And the last thing that I would share, this was from a mentor. I think a lot of people feel like we can't turn off our phone or we're really needed. Like we are very important people.
Yes, you are to me, Elizabeth.
People need us. Like if I'm not answering my phone, how does that look? Or, something's going to catch on fire. Like that's how we think. And someone who had a lot of people answering to them, we were asking this, like, how do you manage that? When you know every phone call, it is important. If your phone is ringing, it means someone needs you. And we feel responsible to answer to them because likely you're the top of the food chain. And he said, if I'm in the middle of a project, that waits 15 minutes. Like I need to finish my thought or what I'm working on. And 90% of the time when I call them back, they say, you know what, I figured it out. Or, you know what, I called so-and-so and they helped me figure it out or gave me the answer. It was like, was the problem real? Yes. And if I had answered it, would I have solved it for them? And could I have? Yes. Was I the only solution they had? No. And so the things that we're working on sometimes do take more priority and other things can't figure themselves out, even though we like to think that we are the only person who can solve most problems.
And that's a great point because the only way you'll be able to scale is to have other resources. When you start off, you quickly figure out if you're an operator in your business or you own a business.
Right.
And you go, can you take a week off? They usually stop around 2 because they're worried about it not running as well.
Yes.
And that goes back to CEO. A CEO level, think about big companies. They're not in the grind of that activity that day.
Yep.
They're overseeing the big picture. And it goes right back to eventually that's where you want to be every day in your business as CEO.
Yep. And it's okay if you're not there yet. But the only way you get there is by doing things like a CEO day. It's fine if you find yourself in the operator mode, but you move towards that by being strategic and proactive, which is what a CEO day is.
So close your office door, get a cigar, put your feet on the desk and be like, I'm CEO of the day.
That's what I thought it was. And it was not.
John Wayne. So start off small, but implement it. And even plan them out for the year. Maybe it's the third Friday of the month in the morning or something like that. Put it on your calendar, because when you put it on your calendar, it's real.
That's right.
Ideas are great. Implementation is better.
Share this with another entrepreneur who doesn't do a CEO day. Luckily, I've got someone forcing me to do that, and they're a game changer. So share this episode with them. And we're taking applications right now for this year's guests on the Built4Profit podcast. So if you have a franchisee or a franchise brand that you know should be in this spotlighted seat, send them our way. They can apply right on the website, key4profit.com. We're going to be excited to review their application.
Absolutely. We'll see you on the next podcast. Thank you.
Elizabeth, do you know that when you're launching a franchise, one of the biggest expense and biggest risks typically is the build out?
I can see this.
With missed deadlines, overrunning budgets and stuff like that, they can increase anywhere between 10 and 25% of unexpected expenses.
No good.
That's where Build USA comes in. Everything from pre-construction to the grand opening, they're with you every step of the way to make sure those things don't happen.
Yeah, and they've got over 25 years of experience in building franchises nationally. So when you've got that much on the line, why would you trust it to anyone other than someone who's got the right team who can get it done?
Mm-hmm.
They've got the reputation, the proven expertise, and the national resources.
So if you're ready to get your doors open faster with no unexpected surprises, go to buildpointusa.com or click in the show notes below to schedule your 30-minute discovery call with one of their experts about your project.
It's a generous offer.
It kind of is. So again, buildpointusa.com. Check them out.
We'll see you in the next episode.